Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Carissa. If we haven't met yet, welcome. I make videos to help you move from feeling financially overwhelmed and unsure of how to effectively manage your money to feeling empowered and confident in your personal financial system so that you can live your richest life. I wanted to make a quick video about some bad money habits that I have been able to break in order to improve my financial situation. Each one of the bad money habits that I mentioned in this video are things that I think everyone should strive to break as soon as you possibly can. So let's jump in. The first bad money habit that I would encourage you to break is waiting to save. You might be waiting to save for a vacation or a new car or even your retirement. You might be telling yourself, oh gosh, that's so far away, I don't need to save for that now. Or once I get a higher paying job, then I'll start to save. Or once I move in with my partner and I'm saving money on rent, then I'll be able to save for those things. When I got out of college, I wasn't really thinking about saving at all. I was kind of just spending my money however I was spending it. And then I guess whatever was left over in my bank account at the end of the month is what I was saving. But it really wasn't intentional or planned at all. I would encourage you to start saving right away, even if you feel like the circumstances are not perfect. The reality is that the circumstances are probably never going to be perfect. So it's better for you to start saving now, even if it is with smaller amounts of money. That way you have this habit of saving already worked into your system so that once you're dealing with higher amounts of money, a higher salary, or a different situation, you already have those good habits in place so that you can save even more in the future. I would encourage you to actually save automatically as soon as you receive a paycheck and then force yourself to live on whatever's left after you save. I call this process automation, and I will actually link a video to it up here so that you can check that video out if you're interested on how I automatically save every single month. The second money habit I would encourage you to break is buying without a plan. I think that the way that this has come up most often for me in the past is with groceries. In the past, I would just go to the store whenever I felt like I needed groceries and just put things in my cart that I thought maybe I could use over the course of a week. This often led to me forgetting ingredients I needed, or buying things that I didn't necessarily need, or getting the food home and wasting it because I didn't have a plan for how I was going to use it. Now I make a weekly meal plan based on the ingredients that I have left over that I still need to use up. So if I have certain things left that I know are going to go bad soon, I look for recipes that include those ingredients and then make a list of the specific other ingredients I would need in order to make that recipe. I'll plan for a week and figure out a couple breakfasts, a couple lunches, and a couple dinners and buy the exact ingredients I need so that I know that I will use every single thing that I buy and that I won't forget anything when I go to the grocery store. This is also true for other purchases, large purchases, for example. I have definitely in the past bought tickets to a big event, maybe like a music festival, without planning kind of where that money was going to come from or the other costs that would come along with going to that music festival, like transportation or a hotel or food or other things like that. It's really important that you plan ahead so that you know where the money is going to come from for that purchase rather than just winging it and hoping for the best. Planning ahead can save you so much money and can help you be more mindful about where and how you're spending your money. The third money habit I would encourage you to break is willful ignorance. Money can be really scary and overwhelming, and so it can be very tempting to just bury your head in the sand and not worry or think about money at all. This happened to me a lot when I was living in Mississippi right after I graduated college. I was making enough money to make ends meet, and so I really just wasn't even paying attention to my money at all. When I moved to Colorado, the cost of living was so much higher, and I had become so used to living in willful ignorance when I was living in Mississippi that I ended up burning through a lot of my savings and spending way above my means. I was spending more money than I was making. I will be completely honest that it is way less fun to track your spending and to find out exactly how much debt you have, but it's a really important step in the right direction if you're looking to improve your financial situation and build your wealth. The fourth bad money habit I would encourage you to break is spending money to impress other people. I get major FOMO, major fear of missing out. And so anytime my friends invite me to do something, I always say yes. Something I don't usually care about very much is clothes. But when I get invited to a special party or a gathering or outing of some kind, I usually want a new outfit to impress other people because they have seen my other outfits a million times, because they also know I don't really care about clothes. And so I just wear the same things over and over again. But occasionally when I get invited to something important, I will really want to buy a new outfit to impress other people, to wear something new, even though that's not something I usually value. It is totally okay to buy a new outfit, but for me, I don't think in many of the situations I can reflect on in the past, I was doing it for the right reason. I wasn't buying a new outfit because I needed it or because I wanted it for myself. I was buying it to impress other people. Social media can make it really easy to want to compare yourself to others and to try to impress or keep up with other people, but I've been trying to get better at spending on the things that I really value rather than reactively spending just to impress other people. The fifth and final money habit I would encourage you to break is relying on your parents or really anyone else to manage your finances. A couple years after college, I was still having my mom do my taxes. She would usually offer, and I didn't really want to do them. So if she offered, I would let her do them. But then last year, I finally realized this is something I really should learn and should know how to do. So I finally took the reins and decided to do that for myself. In the past, when I've been in a tough spot, my parents have been willing to transfer me some money for a particular purchase, and then I will pay them back in a couple weeks. This usually happens actually towards the end of the month when I haven't done a good job of tracking my expenses over the course of the month and I get in a pinch before my next paycheck arrives. It's really wonderful to know that they're there to help me out if I ever get myself in a pickle, but I definitely have relied on them more than I should have in the past. Because I know that they'll float me money in a pinch, I haven't been as diligent about monitoring my finances as I would be if there wasn't any backup plan. Recently, I made an effort to build up my emergency fund and put a couple extra $100, couple extra hundred, couple hundred extra, couple hundred extra, an extra couple hundred, an extra couple hundred. Recently, I made an effort to build up my emergency fund and put an extra couple $100 in my checking account as a buffer. That way, if I ever got into a pinch, I could use that money rather than asking my parents to float me some money. It's great that someone's there to help you out or to offer financial advice, but at the end of the day, it is your money and your life. So I highly encourage you to check out a personal finance book from the library, listen to some podcasts, do some internet searches, take the time to really get to know about finances and your financial situation, and to make some mistakes while there are lower stakes. That way, once you're making more money, you have built up the skill set needed to manage that money really well. So those were just 5 bad money habits that I had to break in order to improve my financial situation and grow my wealth. I hope that you were inspired to think about some of the bad money habits that you could break. I'd be curious to hear what other bad money habits you've been working on breaking, so feel free to leave those in the comments below. There are a few bad money habits that I never really struggled with, so maybe I'll have to make another video about the good money habits that I've adopted so that you can get some ideas of some good money habits that you can implement as well. If you liked this video or if it was helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up. I'm working on creating some videos on student loans, so I would love to hear what questions or thoughts you have about student loans. You can leave those in the comments of this video or head over to Instagram to send me a DM. I would love to be able to incorporate those questions and thoughts in my upcoming videos. Please subscribe to my channel to be the first to know every time I upload a new video. I hope that you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. That's good enough.